Hey there, my name is Matt Lee. I'm the head coach and owner of Team Make Waves, an online coaching company that I started back in 2016. And since then, I've been extremely blessed. I've helped over 1,000 individuals with their health and fitness journey. So what you're about to see today is going to be a live training that I did in my Facebook group. And if you're not in my Facebook group, I would love to have you there. All you need to do is click the link in the description below to join the Fit for Life crew. Just a great time in that group. But we're going to be doing a live training on all things weight loss and travel and how to kind of stay on track while traveling the best kind of mindful and balanced way. So without further ado, enjoy the training and I'll see you guys in the next video. And before we get into it tonight, guys, I really want to start with this because balance is super important when it comes to traveling, when it comes to vacation. I know I was talking to a lot of you guys already about where you guys are going this summer for vacations. You guys are going to some amazing destinations. So I want you guys to relax. I want you guys to be able to fully enjoy that trip and just understand a few days off plan, either with your diet or not going to the gym, is not going to derail your progress at all long term. So it's very important that you remember that because again, we want you to be able to go away, relax, enjoy yourself to the fullest, but being able to have that balance that you are mindful of your health and fitness while you're there is definitely going to be very helpful, and it's going to keep you in a great spot for when you get back home, and it's going to be very easy to flip that switch and get right back into it. So all the tips I'm going to go over tonight are just very simple things that you guys could of course utilize on your trips, on your vacations, whatever you guys are going to be looking to do when it comes to travel. So first and foremost, and this is such a simple one, is just make sure that you're up and you're going to be moving and grooving throughout the day. Like I just mentioned to you guys, right, I was away in Florida this past week visiting my parents, and I did not work out at all during that trip. I wanted to be able to kind of fully enjoy that time with them. They both golf. They love golf. I love golf. So the cool thing is every single day, that was my main source of activity. We went out, we played 18. I had my, Apple Watch on. I was making sure I was getting at least 10,000 steps a day, which is how I golf. That is not a problem at all because I'm all over the place, right? But that was it. That was my source of activity every single day. I was out on the golf course for 4 hours. Like I said, I ended the day with like 15, 16,000 steps. So I really, hit my step goal and went beyond that. And it was just a great source of activity every single day, being out in the, the Florida sun, enjoying the beautiful weather. But that's how I want you guys to kind of treat these trips, is make sure that you guys are doing some sort of activity every single day. And for those that I talked to already, I know that you guys are like, oh, we're going on a hike, we're gonna be doing like this crazy bike ride. Like, you guys are already talking about activity, which is awesome to hear. So just look to, of course, find events or activities that's gonna be able to kind of get your activity up. And if you're just looking for a more kind of chill vacation, just maybe aim to start your day. If you're gonna be going to like some beach resort, maybe just aim to start your day with a nice beach walk in the morning. There's like nothing better than a beautiful beach walk in the morning. So just being mindful of that with your daily activity is definitely gonna be helpful. The next thing I want you guys to focus on too is just maybe either packing or bringing some like protein-based snacks, like quick and easy on-the-go things that you guys can eat while you guys are there, will be helpful. Because again, realistically speaking, you're probably not gonna be on plan. So you're gonna be going out for breakfast or for lunch or for dinner. So it will be helpful still to kind of be mindful of your protein consumption. And of course, as I always preach to you guys, prioritizing protein is going to be key. So being able to bring protein bars, pack protein powder, get pre-made protein shakes when you get to your destination is always helpful. Beef jerky, Greek yogurt, like that's gonna be perfect, right? And again, like for my trip when I went to Florida, I made sure I had protein bars packed in my carry-on. I had protein powder packed in like a little Ziploc bag, which is always fun getting through security. So I had those there, and then when I got to, of course, Florida, I ran to the grocery store. I picked up some Greek yogurt. I picked up some pre-made protein shakes. Core Power and Fairlife are the best. You guys know that. They are the best. But I made sure I picked some of those up. And as I went throughout my day when I was getting a little bit hungry between meals, those were my snacks. I just had a very, of course, lean protein source. Nothing else with that, just because I was eating pretty carb heavy while I was away, enjoying some meals out with my family. But I just made sure I was mindful of my protein consumption. And that definitely was a very helpful thing that you guys can, of course, utilize as well. Another thing I want you guys to be aware of is if you are away on vacation and you are really looking to be mindful and stay on track, as best as you can, you guys can always, eyeball and kind of take the macro approach if you're gonna be, eating out at restaurants. And even with that too, you could make some good modifications at restaurants to kind of keep you on track. So typically what I would suggest to do is ask for no oil or no butter. And even with that, if the meal that you're gonna be ordering it is covered with sauce or dressings, maybe ask for that on the side so you can kind of control, how much sauce or how much dressing you're putting on that meal. Because again, honestly, a lot of those sauces and dressings are going to be a little bit higher in fat or a little bit higher in carbs. So being able to have that on the side is going to be helpful. Asking for them not to cook it in oil or butter is also going to be helpful. And it's kind of asking for the main protein source or the vegetable source to be grilled or baked or steamed, just kind of cooked in a very clean way. Again, that's going to be a very helpful kind of tip or trick. So again, if you're going to be out and about and you're really looking to kind of keep things clean on the dieting front, again, you always can utilize the macro approach. We're all familiar with that. And with that too, you can ask for those modifications in regards to, hey, no oil, please don't cook this in butter. I can have the sauce and the dressing on the side. If I can get the food, you know, grilled, baked, or steamed, like that definitely is gonna be kind of the cleanest way to go about the dieting side of things. And also with that too, guys, we wanna be mindful of liquid calories, because of course I know a lot of times vacation's gonna be correlated with having some delicious drinks, right? And drinks could add up fast. We just did a training on this the other day. You guys know that 1 gram of alcohol is gonna be 7 calories. So we wanna be mindful of this. Again, I don't wanna put a limit on the number of drinks that you guys are going to have, but we wanna definitely stick to the lower calorie drink options when it comes to beers, when it comes to seltzers, wine, your mixed drinks, and so forth. So all things we want to be aware of. And again, if you're really looking to kind of stay on track, you can of course track these drinks macro wise. But again, if you're just going to be kind of shooting from the hip and enjoying a few with dinner, kind of enjoying a few throughout the day, I would definitely suggest, of course, staying to the lower calorie options. And that definitely will be very helpful. And even with that too, guys, staying properly hydrated throughout the day, if you are going to be drinking, is going to be key. Because of course, if you drink, it's going to dehydrate you. So we want to make sure that we're going to be drinking plenty of water, again, throughout the day to, of course, feed into that. So if I know, for my case, when I was in Florida, I was of course going out for happy hour with my parents. I was having drinks with dinner. So I made sure that I drank a lot of water before I got out there. And I made sure I drank a lot of water when we were in for the night to kind of, again, hydrate my body. And again, it just allowed me to wake up the next day feeling great. I didn't have that cotton mouth, or I didn't have a hangover in any way. I made sure I drank a lot of water when I got home that night before I went to bed. And it was a very, very, very helpful thing. And then with that too, guys, just kind of packing your essentials. And this is something that, again, it's just kind of habit to me. But I know sometimes when people travel, it's like the last thing that they think about is they always make sure, again, I bring my vitamins, I bring my multivitamin, I bring my fish oil, I bring, you know, my greens powder, I bring my digestive enzyme, I bring my probiotic. If I know I'm going to a cool destination, and this is something that my wife and I, you know, Taylor, kind of plan from time to time. If you know there's a cool gym out there that we definitely want to kind of, again, train at, I always will bring like a scoop of pre-workout to get fired up for that workout, just to get, you know, get pumped up for what's to come. I always make sure I bring my headphones, gym sneakers, a shaker bottle if I'm going to be bringing my protein powder, and of course a water bottle. So things, again, when you're super excited about traveling, I know these are easy things to get overlooked. I've always in the past forgot my multivitamin, all my other vitamins, but now I kind of make sure like that's a necessity that I'm packing in my bag right away so I don't forget it. And like I said, that definitely has been a helpful thing to just, again, have my body in a good state and not to be off those things for too long. Just because I can feel it. If I'm not taking my fish oil, if I'm not taking my digestive enzyme and a probiotic, like I definitely notice it pretty quickly, especially when traveling, when I'm eating out a lot. So I always make sure that I pack those up. And like I said, guys, kind of wrapping up with this, is we want to be mindful. At the end of the day, it's super important that you guys enjoy yourself, because travel should be enjoyable. And I promise you guys, a few days off plan will not throw you off long term at all. So we want to be mindful. We don't want to stress if we eat or drinking off plan or literally just laying around the entire time while you're on vacation. Because again, that's vacation. You know, you're supposed to relax, you're supposed to enjoy yourself. So just know that balance is key, and that progress will come right back as soon as you get back home and get back into your daily routine and daily program.